to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda T. Tonight we're reviewing BMF Season 2, Episode 9. But before we get started, D, can you tell them what to do?
Hold on. The answer is no.
You can't. Well, T.
Okay, so smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel.
Oh, he is so unpredictable.
Oh, they are going crazy over here. Okay, let's get it.
BMF, Black Mafia Family, had me my feelings this weekend. I have learned that you got to stay off, like on Friday, you got to stay off of the social media because they be trying to tell you all kinds of things that you didn't have to hear before you actually saw the show. So I saw two things. I will tell you what I saw. I saw Big Meech is Big Meech for real. And I was confused and I was like, I'm not going to go see what that's all about. And then I saw that was so funny what Carisha did. And I was like, funny.
I did see Carisha. I did see that before I watched it.
Before you watched it. And I was like,
and they
okay,
was like, girl, if she don't go back to acting school.
I'm gonna just say I don't want any more of that. I don't know what her calling is, but that ain't it. This will never be a crossover. Some people just ain't supposed to cross over. But that being said, the show starts with, it kind of like had two things happening at the same time. So you see two vets racing down, a highway. That's not inconspicuous at all.
I was like, ain't nobody gonna pull them over?
You're a whole drug dealer and you think it'd be cool to speed race down the highway in one red Corvette and another one yellow. But they wasn't like on the wide open highway. But still, it just was a bit much. But then they kind of flash back to a conversation that Meech and Terry are having, and Terry is pretty much like, B Mickey gotta go, aka sidekick. He gotta go.
I agree.
I don't disagree.
I agree.
I'm sorry, B Mickey. I don't disagree. Like, y'all have done much more for far less. So anyway.
Y'all messed me up.
If that's the case, then y'all could have just let Homegirl live then.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See how they do?
She wasn't even doing it because she wanted to. She was doing, y'all know Lamar crazy. He had forced that girl to do that, but no.
Come on.
And this dude is in love with her. And so, it makes him very suspect. I'm just saying. But, Meech is like, nah, believe BMF, we don't kill family members. Well, he ain't family because he betrayed. And
why y'all ain't tell me B Mickey was Lil Ronnie?
Girl, when you sent me that, I was like, who is this? Who the hell is Mickey? Now I want to go see it. But I have like B Mickey, I don't know what his real name. He does like have a very extensive career. Clearly, this ain't his first rodeo.
I thought he was the cutest little boy. What happened?
He grew up and turned into Tevin Campbell. Anyway, so Meech is like, no, we're family. We don't kill each other.
Turn that down.
Blah blah blah. So Terry is like, well, what makes you think if Brian takes him in that he is not gonna spill everything? And I'm like, yeah. What makes you think that? Everybody has a breaking point, and his what they call it, Achilles heel is your own brother. Like, he hates Terry. Exactly. And Terry's not going anywhere. So that tension is always going to be there. So Terry's like, best solution is take him to Atlanta and leave him there. He got to go somewhere. He can't stay in Detroit because we know Bryant is coming after him. So he got to go somewhere. And, basically, that's the ticket. Take him to Atlanta, leave him there. His whole attitude when he got to Atlanta was inappropriate as far as I'm concerned. You need to be quiet, B Mickey. That's what you need to do. You're just getting in on this situation, but you still trying to be sidekick number 2. So they show up Freaknik, child, and that little version of Freaknik that they showed y'all was nothing like the real Freaknik. It was so much more.
They ain't had enough money in the budget.
I mean, So, I mean, basically, anybody here watching us, they know what Freaknik is. I'm not gonna go into details about, if you don't know, you go find out. But dancing in the street, girls half near naked, boys pretty much out of control. I feel like that happened a lot during Freaknik, depending on where you was at. So one of the affiliated members of BMF decided to be too aggressive with some girl. Like they're out in the middle, broad daylight. She's verbally pretty much loud enough for everybody to hear, telling him to stop and get off her. And he's telling her to be quiet and let him, let him get it in. And Meech, sees what's going on. He goes over there and basically like, what is wrong with you? If this girl says no, then that's what it is. I pretty much feel like
plus you causing attention to
well, that's what I was just gonna say. I feel like it had more to do with the trouble that he was gonna bring to the situation. He's really like don't care about this girl like that. I think
we don't need that kind of attention.
We don't need that kind of attention. Back at the crib, Ashley Larry has a nice house. I was like, he got a little deck going on back there.
That was a nice little deck in backyard. Yes, it did.
So I mean, but he got a good job.
Yeah.
So he's back at his own crib that he works very hard to pay the bills at, watching his own TV show. Like if you work in a mortuary, wherever hell he worked, I feel like you deserve to come home and have a cold beer, enjoy your rest of your day. Well, that's only if you're not living with Lamar, because Lamar's having a bad day. And when Lamar's having a bad day, everybody's having a bad day. Now, Meech got the streets on lock, so the money situation ain't flowing like how it was before. Blackie's gone. His best friend Blackie's gone. He trying to, impress this girl over here, get his ex back, and he ain't even do that without money. Ashley Larry said he don't want to hear it. He's trying to watch his show.
Exactly.
Have time to listen to you complaining. You ain't paying no bills up in here. I done cremated folks for you. I ain't got no money for that. I'm over here to my job using up my resources. You ain't even said a good thank you about it. You got my house smelling like a doo-doo because you walk around with a philosophy bag on. And next thing you know, that TV went flying across the yard because
he ain't gonna pay no bills. I said, Lamar. Now, that's the least you could do. Child. He's so rude.
He's awful. And you're stuck because we know what happened to the last roommate that Lamar had. And so does Larry. So that's why he don't say nothing. But I was just like, oh my God.
I was like, poor Larry. He just trying to sit out there and watch his TV.
He's trying to live his life.
He was laughing and having a good time.
He's having a good time. Here you come. But I mean, Lamar is kind of a dark, shitty cloud. What is he playing?
I don't know. He said they cheated, whatever. I don't know.
So listen, Brian's son is done. He down to the police station trying to give a police report. He thought that it was a little bully at school that broke into the house, but it was not. I mean, we know that. So his father told him, you don't have to worry about the boy at school. That's not what it is. This boy was like, ever since I came here, it has been nothing but awful. I want to go back with my mama.
Exactly.
Now, while he was filing a complaint, with Brian's co-star. And so she taking, her detective skills, taking it all in like, so wait, what? The bully did what? She's like duly noted. He said he want to go back home. And Brian didn't have no choice. But I mean, Brian, you're doing stuff in the street that's putting your kid's life in danger.
Exactly. And you're not doing a good job protecting him. You really suck.
Honestly, if my kid is being bullied at school, I'm not sending her back there no more. Like, if y'all are not going to do nothing about it, guess I'm going to have to find another solution, because I'm not going to let her be tortured by people, And a lot of times, them bullies be backed by the teachers. The teachers don't even, want to step in. And these days, they getting
Especially with the bully athlete or somebody like
It
that.
ain't safe, huh?
Especially with the
If the
bully
student,
athlete or something.
yeah, he can do whatever he wants. So Lamar shows up at Cash Doll's house and he's got flowers. He looked like he got a shave, took a shower. This is
He
the first
did look
time he got spiffed up. His skin wasn't ashy. He done found some lotion over there at Ashley Larry
They
house.
was
'Cause you
like,
know he
this
ain't
scene,
bought
you
none.
gonna show up being you in this scene. We need you to
But we
look
were
like
glad
you
to
look
see it
every day.
because, you know, I ain't forgot about that bag. And since he's been
I
squishing it
can't
all
forget
over the
about the
place,
bag.
I'm never gonna forget about it. It's always gonna be in my head. But he got some flowers for her, and he also has a $30,000 college fund for the baby because
That was a lot of money.
it was his. And he got some booger sugar, so they finna partay.
Well, that made that just lit. She just lit up behind the booger sugar.
That's unfortunate. Now I see why Meech found his piece over to the other place.
They said that's how she really got up out of here for real though. That booger sugar.
Oh, I was like, I wonder, did that really happen like that?
Yeah,
But we'll
no,
get
they
to
said
that.
it was the booger sugar.
It was, yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. So Meech and Terry get back to Atlanta. They go see Goldie. It's, Goldie is Monique playing Monique.
I don't care for Goldie, but okay. Y'all want to bring her back?
They want to bring her back, but this time they bring Sidekick, and he walks up in her house all disrespectful, like, first of all, little boy, take your sunglasses off. Like, she's a Southern woman and she's old school, and you don't have no
Right.
manners. I know you do because you was over there with your mama.
Right.
And you sitting up in this lady's house acting like you part of this program, and she don't know you.
Don't know.
And you're a little like shifty. You know what I mean? Like you're more inclined, and that's just how human nature works. You're more inclined to favor Terry anyway, just because even though I know Terry wasn't like, Da Vinci, but he was a big guy that kind of come across probably more like your homeboy kind of thing, not necessarily shifty, like a little sidekick over here. And I mean, I seen a real sidekick and he looks shifty too.
Baby, I seen him and I was like, girl, let me see Big Mickey again. He was all sweaty and stuff on that interview. I was like, oh, okay.
So Meech wants Goldie to help him wash this money. Now she like, I mean, you cute and everything, but I don't know you like that. So I don't think so. And, Meech does that thing he does. He's, very it's funny because I feel like even though I'm looking at the son, I feel like
the real one.
I feel like they probably have that same kind of charisma that they can, because he know really how to turn it on.
Because the real one, he's like very handsome. He's
good looking, and when I seen the mother, he looks like a perfect blend between the two of them. They made him cuter than the original. That's usually how it go. So, like I said, Meech did his thing, and she said, okay, I'm gonna introduce you to one of my girls. She used to dance, but now she's a real estate person because they looking for a place to set up. And then this clown says, what are you doing? Running some kind of stripper gone good school, or what did he say? A stripper success school. That's what he called it. She was like, you skinny ass, string bean ass nigga.
Right.
Why would you think that was appropriate to say? What does that mean? What are you running, a stripper success school? What does that mean?
And be ready
the girl used to dance, and now she's a realtor. What's so hard to understand about that?
Right.
Meech is like, can I go to the bathroom? He got to walk away because you about to mess up. You just got here. You about to mess it up because you hate that Terry has some relationship with this person that you don't. So you want to get in there and make a fool of yourself. Asking
Terry probably ready to slap him.
Like, why? Why are you talking? Your job was to come in here and just shut up. That's all you had to do, and listen so you can learn something. You are late to the game. A whole situation happened and you weren't there for it. So just shut the fuck up. Anyway, Meech goes to the bathroom, and when he going to the bathroom, he sees this lady, like, she looks very sick. She's crawling across the floor, talking about, help. And then when he gets ready to go help her, Goldie comes and stops him, and come to find out that's her sister. She's taking care of her sister. So now they go to meet homeboy. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. They're Connect over there in Atlanta. The boy that put them on in the first place. Isn't he cute?
Look,
so cutie. He's the one, I guess, like he must be from Detroit, and he's a transplant because he keeps, they from the crib. So, for all of y'all that don't know what that is, I'm sorry about it. He has this nice penthouse over there.
Nice.
Very beautiful. And they're like, yo. But so the other house, which was also very nice, was like this, the house where the mess happens at. And I was like, I feel like I've seen both. I mean, living in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, and it was always very comfortable over there, like, you know what I'm saying, like when you dealing with those type of dudes, because that's what it was. But when you over there hanging out, you don't feel like, you know what I mean, you don't be thinking at any moment this whole thing could get busted, and I would be right here in the middle of all of it, because you out in the country, like, oh, we over here having a cookout, and it's just like regular. It's not like what day was what's that, with 50 Cent, the Stash House. It wasn't like that. Wasn't nobody doing that, but essentially it's the same thing. It's just, a luxurious version. Anyway, they, letting him know that their plan is to come there and set up shop. And he's like, hold up. You're not going to come here and be stepping on my toes. That's not like what
That's not what we discussed.
That's not what we talked about. And they're like, no, that's not what it is. We just, we want to set up here. But based on what he was saying, I don't think he's so much worried about distribution. He's because that's what homeboy is for. He can handle that on his own. I think they're looking at Atlanta being a place where they can move weight to wherever they're going. So he wasn't really gonna interfere now. I'm sure this dude got his own connect, but Meech is good at talking a good game, so I'm sure he can, turn him on to whatever he's doing. And so it was really funny. He said, why you got that fake gold chain on? And I'm looking at you like, with this big ridiculous nonsense that you got around your neck, it all looks silly to me. So we find out that this guy, like, this is his home where his family live. He got kids. He's got his wife. Here comes his wife, Carisha. Hey, Carisha, aka Young Miami.
She look cute.
She look cute, but she's good at looking cute now.
She's cute. That's about it, but she was cute.
But yeah. So they talk about, they want to run through Magic City one good time before they leave Atlanta. And honey, if it's Freak weekend, Magic City is off the chain.
Probably expensive, but they got the money.
They got it. Terry also let him know they need an exterminator because they got a problem that they need to get rid of and ASAP.
That part.
And in that moment, I'm like, well, I guess Meech was going along with it right then because he knew what he was talking about. It. Yeah. He must have just, his conscience got the best of him, I guess.
I'm sick of him and his conscience, but okay. Because I was with him. Let's get him.
Well, girl, now we down to the good part, y'all. So Miss Lucille walking around the house looking cute. And her, I think it was gold, because she's been looking cute like these last few episodes, trying to keep up with what she got going on. But she was walking around the house looking cute. Now she about to go to dinner, and the doorbell ring, and it's the pastor. Now I don't know whose pastor be showing up at your house to take your wife to dinner, and he know that y'all are having issues because you're confronting the man about how he ain't holding it down at the house.
Pastor Snoop. That's who.
Girl.
She told him, don't worry about
she
what time.
When are you coming back? She said, I'm grown.
I'm grown.
Now sit on it, spin on it, figure it out how you feel.
Say about it because of what he did.
child, not nothing. And Nicole said, look here, if y'all get a divorce, where am I living? Because it doesn't look good for you, buddy. She going out on a date with Pastor. Now, her and Pastor is at dinner. She said to the pastor, she said, look here, I'm not a violent woman, but I really fear that if I find out who this floozy is over here having an affair with my husband, I just might end her, period.
That part.
And, you know.
He said, I knew you had, what he say, evil or something? He said he knew she had something in her.
He knew she had it in her. And right after he said that, he put his hand on her knee. Pastor, you tried it.
You tried it.
She said, Pastor, I don't need covering. I need counseling.
I mean, but you did go on a date and tell your husband.
The first person you called, first you told the pastor that, listen, Lucille, the streets know your business because you told it to the church. You've been over here confiding in Mabel. That wasn't a smart decision. We know that now. And now you over here scooting and booting with the pastor.
Right.
Well, once she took his hand off her knee and he knew it wasn't his lucky night, he wasn't getting ready, pick up where Charles left off. He told the waiter to split that check down the middle. He ain't paying.
Right down the middle.
Pastor, that's rude. That's not how that's supposed to go. Pastor, you were not on a date.
Yes, he was. He said, go ahead, split that right down. What else was it?
Huh?
It was a date. What else was it?
It was supposed to be
counseling. She didn't have on her counseling clothes.
she had on date clothes for sure. Lucille, you playing with folks. Well, Brian and Lady Copper back at it again. I don't really want to get too much into that because it's disgusting. But while she was over there, I guess they're like, she's his whole girlfriend at this point. Is she going in closets and things? And when you go over to somebody's house that you just like getting to know, and then you say, it's cold, can I get a blanket? He gonna go get it. He not gonna send you over to the closet. Because it's not, it's just, do you really want to go over there and wrap yourself up in Brian's
I don't want to, I don't even want to look at Brian. It's disgusting.
I don't want it. Anyway, while she was in the closet, she found Sidekick's little visitor tag. Now, y'all, let's be clear. When you go to the hospital and they put that visitor bracelet on you, you need a chainsaw to get it off.
You really do.
Now, he was in there. That's how to show you how skinny yourself is. You're over there. The hospital thing fell off. Because I have been in my car wrestling with that thing, trying to get it off, and it's not coming. You got to get a scissor. But not him. He's just slide right out of that thing.
Little thing.
So now she knows exactly where that was. Actually, she didn't know. She knows a little more. She's putting things together. How are you a detective? I guess it's because he knew exactly who it was, so he wasn't worried about looking for evidence because he knew who was in his house.
Yeah, because he called him and asked who idea was it, you or him or me?
Yeah. So he knows where he's not investigating. He knows exactly where that came from. So Lamar and Cash Doll sitting over here getting high, and I was like, I would not be getting high with Lamar. It just doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. And then she offers him crack.
He was like, this here, nigga? This here?
I don't do that. You've gone too far for Lamar. I guess at that point, that's when her plan got stupid because he knew something was up after that. He was fine with it before that. He like, you do it first. And then she did and nearly choked her guts out.
So what? So how did he know that like crack don't make you choke? I'm just saying.
I guess not if you're doing it. Like she said it like, you know what I'm saying? She said it like she was used to it.
So that crack should have hit smooth. So since she choked on it, he was like,
I think it had more to do with like, girl, you think I'm stupid. Now you trying to get me, because she didn't want to try it. And then I feel like maybe she didn't. Maybe he seen her fake try to choke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she pretend like she did it and then was like, because that's when he snapped. Like you trying to play me.
You sure snapped.
So that could have been what it was. He snapped though, like she didn't have him right. That's why Meech told you not to do that. He's in Atlanta. Like it feels like you're making arrangements, things go on without including
But she
him.
could have took him out the game last week. When he was sitting on that tub, it would have been clean. He would have fell in the tub. That would have been an easy way to clean
Who's
him
she
up.
gonna call? Ashley Larry to come remove the body?
So, yeah, somebody. Ashley Larry.
I mean, ain't nobody looking for Lamar. So
she would have called Meech, you know, they was at home then. Last
not
week.
this week. She chose the week where they're not home. And then
I
she
was so
chose like this
dumb.
great idea that she's gonna get him to try crack. Cause I mean we didn't know his Johnson wasn't working. He didn't say that, but oh yeah, the other
Yeah,
girl
he
was like,
did.
yeah, come back another time.
Yeah.
Well then why ain't you always trying to get some, Lamar? If you can't, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
That's what I said. That's what she said. She said that crack will get it right. She said that crack it had to stand it up. That's what she said.
How many crackheads have you been, you know?
I've never been with.
Not you, her. I'm just saying, like she's saying that like anyway, it didn't go well for her. He snapped, and when he snapped, he snapped. Like they was tussling through. I mean, she fought back.
I finna say she ain't go out like no punk though.
She fought back, and I mean, she bust him upside the head. That's why I'm saying, like, he's like some type of superhero. Now, them urns are hard. If you hit somebody upside the head with an urn enough for it to bust open, he should have fell out at least for a little while, because that was one heck of
I was like, Blackie. Oh, Blackie.
All over Lamar.
Oh, Blackie.
Poor Blackie. Even in his death, he can't have no peace. Well, he kept his hands around her throat until she was no longer breathing.
My daughter was like, just play dead.
I wasn't gonna work. He wasn't gonna stop till he knew. He was Blackie. He done blacked out. Then he calls Ashley Larry to come help him. Now Ashley Larry has to cremate Cash Doll because what else are we gonna do with it? She gotta go.
That's crazy.
And then the crazy thing is the phone rings. Why did he answer her phone?
Why did he answer the phone? That didn't make no sense.
No sense. Well, he answers her phone, and of course it's Zoe, and she knows something is wrong because this crazy man is just the reason why I'm not at home.
Right.
So why are you answering the phone? And she's gonna know exactly who to lead the police to because he answered the phone. And actually they're talking about, sorry, your mother can't come to the phone because I just killed her. That's what happened. So Lady Cop confronts Brian. I don't know why she acting like she all hard now. She done got him out here in these streets like with fake cocaine and you know. So she confronts him because she went and found out that the nursing home that the bracelet is where B Mickey's mama was, and she found out that he had her transferred to that. Who is giving out all this information? It feels like this information that she got shouldn't be information you could get to. Can you find out all this?
Somebody be in here snitching.
Whew. Well, she's the police, so she might have used her credentials to find out this information. But long story short, she found out that B Mickey is the one that was in the closet because it was his mama that she was moving back and forth. And he told her the, you know, the truth in that moment and was like, that's the last time I'm gonna lie to you. And you know, is that it? Are we done? You don't want to? And she's like, no, I'm not gonna tell this time. Girl.
That's strike two. Really? So I got one more then.
You got one more strike before he gets to go, I don't know, commit more crimes. So we're back at the house. I guess, you know, Lucille has realized maybe, you know, confiding in the pastor is not the best, smartest thing for her to be doing.
You think?
So while she's sitting at the crib, Miss Mabel comes by. She wants to bring the frying pan back over there. Who be borrowing frying pans? I'm sorry, but you can't borrow my frying pan.
No.
Not my neighbor.
It was an excuse for her to come over as far as I'm concerned.
Girl. Well, she wanted to drop it and keep going, but now Lucille wants to chat because that's what they always do because they friends. So she's like, sits down, and then she tells Mabel that Charles is having an affair.
Shut your mouth.
And girl, I thought, I can talk to you about it because you've been through it and you know how it feels, to have your husband cheat on you.
Mm.
And then she starts like crying a little bit, she got a little moist. Then Miss Mabel's like, let me get you a tissue. So she reaches in her purse to get a tissue. And then when she reached in there, the matches was in the way. So she had put the matches on the table, the same matches that was from the hotel where her and Charles.
I'm like, you ain't think about that when you put them matches down.
No, because she's a floozy. She wasn't thinking.
Because she been there so much, it ain't even. That's just what
Well,
she.
I feel like back in the day, people had matches from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, back in the day, matches was something you carried around in your purse because they were smoking cigarettes.
So she could have been there at some point in time and didn't have to be there with Charles, but her dumb butt showed and play it off.
She didn't put two and two together, right? Because for her is nothing. She got matches from everywhere. She didn't look at the matches. She probably picked up matches everywhere she go. You know what I'm saying? She probably got them from the bar and from wherever. I don't know how many hotels she be go to. Maybe the Easy Rest is the one that they go to.
And then her man step out because she said her man, they were swingers. So
they were swingers and he kept swinging with the swing without her.
Right.
Which I feel like that's
what happens.
Right. And I feel like, honestly, it probably happens more so that the two women get together and the dude be left. I think that's probably how it happens more often than not. The relationship continues more without the man. Well, child, when she seen the matches, she knew exactly what was going on, and she gave me everything I needed her to give me. Mabel sitting there looking stupid. She done mushed the lady in the face, told her to shut up. Mabel thought that frying pan, honey, was finna go upside her head.
I wish it had.
And it was. I think she thought about it. I think she thought about it a few times because when Mabel got to that door, she stood there one more last time.
And I was sitting up there like, them frying pans be heavy.
Listen,
and she just sitting there like this.
My skillet, and we talk about not like them, no stick pans. This is a whole
cast iron. Yeah, it's heavy.
I can't pick up mine a lot of times, like when I'm cooking and you want to pour the grease out. I have to use both of my hands. Ain't nowhere in the world I can stand at the door with that thing hanging. So Mabel thought she was gonna catch a real good, crack to the skull.
And she
thought about it.
I wanted her when she walked out that door to throw it at the back of her head. That's what I was waiting on.
Ooh, child. She had to contemplate whether or not she was gonna go because she said she was gonna break one of them commandments. So before we get to go to Magic City, Terry meets up with the hitter and let him know that skinny boy over there is the one we trying to get to.
He the one. Get him.
Back in the D, boom, they got busted.
Not shocking.
And the police got Terry. Guess what? Had y'all not been over at the hotel with his kids and his wife, this wouldn't be an issue for y'all, but it is because Boom finna start snitching as soon as he see the pictures of you. It's not even, I feel like it's not even like you ain't even got pictures of somebody like on top of your wife, which is horrible. Like you got your wife like
Terry was doing the damn thing.
She was getting it in. Yeah. So they at Magic City. And country stripper said she wanted, she wanted a little time with me. She said, but she said country girls love city boys. And Meech was like, well, why don't you, entertain my friend? She said, I don't want him. I don't blame you, girl. She said,
right.
Like, yeah. So,
I'll break him.
And she would. Because she was the cornbread fed, Magic City style. So they went in some room in the back where everything was glowing, and he was had her bent over something in there. I was like, what's all over them though? Like,
I guess that was the lights to make them look like that.
Well, it's the, what do you call it?
It was the
Was
glow.
it like the glow? Yeah, but like, so then what's on their skin? I was like, so what is they sweating? Is that what that was supposed to be?
Was it on their skin, or was that was just what it looked like in the lights?
No, it was glowing. Because there's been times like when you go in the club, haven't you ever walked in and you got on something and you look down and it looked like lint all over your dress because you done walked over that blue light?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It wasn't on him though.
I thought it was on.
It was just the lights making it look like that.
I think
Because when he walked out, it
again.
wasn't on him. When he came out and had the conversation, he didn't have
Because you can't see those lights anymore.
Right.
The green light or the blue, whatever.
Yeah. But let's get to Big Meech.
I mean, I felt uncomfortable because I felt like I feel like Big Meech is a boy, and I ain't really have to see all that.
I felt like that wasn't Big Meech. I felt like that was probably.
Did he have a stand-in?
It wasn't even matching. It wasn't even the same color as his skin.
Nobody calling Da Vinci to come in and stand in for Big Meech.
I'm saying it clearly was more Da Vinci color than it was Meech color. I'm just
How you know what color it is? It was under the glow light. Everything looked dark in there. It
was standing up here. He had a strap on. Or they was like, cut.
I was like, this boy is 12.
Da Vinci,
I mean,
come in. Cut Da Vinci. Stand in.
That's real extra. I don't know whose it was. If it wasn't his actual, Johnson, then that would make me feel better. How old is Big Meech? Like 22? It just felt a little weird-ish.
Don't worry about it. It wasn't him. You ain't got to feel weird.
I don't have to feel like I'm like, don't fuck, the police called on me watching this.
No, it wasn't him. You good.
Goldie sits down with Meech and, she discusses with him the situation with, her sister and how she takes care of him. I
knew when I seen her off rip what it was. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about
I knew she was sick.
I knew what it was. I knew that's what it was gonna be.
Back then, and after Goldie explains the situation, she introduces Meech to the realtor lady. And these girls, I'm sure give them the hookup. They know how to get these boys in these houses without a lot of drama. I'm sure it was much easier back then to come in with some cash and house, and you can get a lot of house in Atlanta. You know what I mean? For your money. So they step outside. Actually, before they step outside, so I'll back up a little bit. When Homeboy approached that girl back at the Freaknik and was doing too much, what basically the dudes from that hood stepped, to Meech, and Meech had already handled the situation, but they pretty much was like, had a little, back and forth. And then when they see Meech in the club, they like, there's that nigga again. Like, what is he doing here? Somebody's like, I heard, they setting up shop, which they don't want to hear that because they,
they territory.
That's their territory. So of course they like, okay, we finna handle this right now. So when they step outside, it's melee. We got Homeboy that's there to take out sidekick Mickey. And then these other guys, it's just a bunch of pow going on. We don't know like who's trying to get at who. B Mickey saw Terry talking to Homeboy though, so when he seen that dude, he already knew what it was. Everything else was just coincidental. So while they out there, hide behind cars, I was like, I ain't never been, in no shootout like that. Like, I've been out and somebody heard gunshots and then everybody started running. But I ain't never had, been in the middle. They, Western cowboy style, hide behind cars, having a whole, exchange. It's melee. After everything was over, Homeboy, like the original dude that, their homeboy from the D, he did not make it. He out.
Or a cutie.
That was so sad after he just told the story, about how his kids was really the reason why he,
no, and he don't even go out, and y'all had him go out.
Y'all had him go out. He's a homebody. So Meech has to go back and tell Carisha about her husband.
Yeah, they gonna keep coming.
Child.
They gonna keep
She
All I
said,
can say is, Carisha, please.
Ty. Why, Ty?
What happened to my husband?
oh my goodness.
It was bad. I was like, oh, she got fresh pink nails on. Yeah, Carisha, it ain't, it
Yeah,
ain't
but
thing.
we're gonna
What
have
does
to
she
go
think?
to a coach.
And it's so funny because
Yo.
Cash Doll been killing it. I'm gonna miss her because she was actually one of my favorites. Carisha, it ain't what it was.
We're gonna have to just send her to a coach. She gotta work on that.
Well,
Diddy on that.
Diddy, Carisha needs her own channel because we don't want her on ours. So find something for her to do over there on Revolt besides,
What happened, Beach? Oh my God,
She
Beach.
did. She did do that. Who used to do that? Wanda. Oh my goodness. No, that was Shanae.
Yes.
She wasn't. No, she was a real pretty Shanae. Now, that ain't what I'm saying.
She was like, I'm not gonna get my makeup messed up.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, we got B Mickey and Terry on the roof. Terry is like, this is too much. I ain't come here for this. I thought we were supposed to be coming here, to start something new. This is the same thing we was doing back in Detroit. And then B Mickey calls him out for trying to, have him exterminated.
Because he was like, this is what you do. This ain't what we do. Is that why you had somebody come get me?
Yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? Well, somebody where? So then B Mickey pulls out a gun on Terry, because he's been wanting to do that for a long time. I feel like he's been wanting to do it. And then of course here comes Meech with his piece because he not about to let you, that's his brother. I don't know what you think.
Because he said F you and your whatever kind of brother. I was
brother,
like,
right. Right. Seems like you're trying to turn over already. You already turning your mind over.
See how he do? That's why
real
y'all
fast.
let him go.
Meech wasn't even there. You don't know if he had anything to do with any of that or nothing. You don't know if that was Terry working solo, but you went straight to both of y'all can go.
Didn't he?
So now we're at a standstill. And Terry's over there like, come on, Meech, take him out. What are you waiting for? Get rid of him. Let's do it. And then they're having a whole love scene together about how I've lied for you, I've killed for you. It was like a whole moment. And this was like, Meech, you've been doing your thing up until now because this was not your greatest moment. And I'm gonna give you a slide because you introduced just a big Meech and everything. But Terry's like, do it, take him out. So after B Mickey gives his speech and he was like, and I still would do it again. And he put his gun down and Terry is like, okay, now's a good time. Go ahead, take him out. He's like, yeah. And so then Meech is like, no. And I was like,
yeah.
We could have. You and Carisha was like doing scenes together, which I wasn't practicing that day. Anyway, he says no, not gonna do it. He's not gonna kill any more of his brothers, or he doesn't want to, be a part of that. And then Terry's phone rings. It's Lala. She calls to tell Book.
Lala.
I mean, listen, I don't know that lady, but I'm not even gonna do it to her. It wasn't her. It was Lala.
Lala. It ain't even her. It's Lala.
Lala did it. Lala called that boy and told him that Bum got arrested.
So you better hide, B.
Well, yeah, because he got the pictures too. You want me to help you?
You better
I'm
hide.
not there. And it looked like the police finna let him go because he got a lot to say and they are amped as hell. And that's how it went off with Brian and his lady cop friend being excited about, Boom doing all that snitching.
Child. All right then. So the next week is the season finale.
Is it?
Is that what they said?
Well, yeah, because this was episode 9, so yeah, season finale. But they already been renewed for season 3.
I mean, they should, because we ain't even halfway. We just got to Atlanta.
Oh, we just getting started.
We ain't even buckled down in Atlanta yet. We just got here.
Well,
Oh,
and I'm like, I guess that's where Brian don't have no jurisdiction over there. So as soon as he get excited, they just relocated to somewhere else. And so yeah, we need to see that.
yeah.
But yeah, that's how we went on that one. Is your boy D coming back, or is it
Yeah,
on
you
you?
gonna come and close us out? Here he come. Oh my God, it's just so much.
These prices is getting high. Get him to come to work, y'all. He is expensive.
Smack that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel.
All right, y'all. See
Peace
you on the next
out.
one.